Dear children. So it's your English class, and today we are going to start with the same question answers as yesterday we had ended on to question number F. Okay, till answer F we have completed. So children, if you have space over that same page, you can continue, or if you can write in a new page also. If you have space over there, you can continue writing there. So let us start with question number G. When did Uncle Prasad shriek and why? See, children, two questions are there. When did Uncle Prasad shriek? That is, you have to write when was the time Uncle Prasad shrieked and why? Why did he shriek? At what times do people shriek? Answer G. Uncle Prasad shrieked when the glider was pushed off the rock and it started to fall towards the ground. Okay, now this is one that when did Uncle Prasad shriek? So it is Uncle Prasad shrieked when the glider was pushed off the rock and it started to fall toward the ground. Second, that is answer of the second part. He shrieked because he was frightened and surprised. Full stop. Now the third part of the same question. People usually when they are frightened or surprised. Put full stop over there. So one question only had three parts. Now come to question number H. When did Uncle Prasad's face go white? Part 1. Part 2. Why did it go white? Now part 3. Does a person's face become any other color? Part 4. When? So four parts are there in one question, that is, when did Uncle Prasad face go white? We have to give a proper timing that when did it go white? Second part, why did it go white? What was the reason why his face got white? Third, does a person's face become any other color? Is there any other color that a person's face become? And when? When does it become? So we'll start with part number 1, answer H. Uncle Prasad's face became white when the plane sailed up into the air. Part 2. Thus, Uncle Prasad's face was white with fear. Part 3. Person's face also become red or pale when they are in anger or nervous. See, other than white, a normal person's face also become red when he's in anger or he's nervous, or it becomes pale, like little bit yellowish color. So you can write any other color also, but it is better to mention at least two colors. So it is either in anger or in nervous. Okay, when a person is nervous, then also his face become either red or pale. That depends. Now question number 2. Answer the questions about this line from the story. Now two lines are taken from the story. About these lines some questions are asked. Now we have to answer them. Oh my goodness, he said to himself, now what shall I do? Now these lines are taken from the same story. Now let us move on to the questions. Who is the speaker? Put question mark. So you are very well. Uncle Prasad is the speaker. So you are very well familiar with this. Who is the speaker? Uncle Prasad is the speaker. Now, question number B. Where was the speaker when this line was spoken? Now it's asking where was the speaker at this time and when did this line was being spoken. So He was up in the air. Uncle Prasad was up in the air in Ravi's flying machine. So the Uncle Prasad and when and where. So he was up in the air where in Ravi's flying machine he was. Now question number C. What made the speaker say, "Oh my goodness"? Answer C. Uncle Prasad had just pushed his foot down again to turn the glider, but nothing happened because, see, what made the speaker say, "Oh my goodness"? So it is just explaining that when was the time. So, when Uncle Prasad had pushed his foot down again to turn the glider, but nothing happened. Why? Because the string was broken. He suddenly became frightened. Now, come to answer question number D. What did he do to get out of this trouble? Now, what did Uncle Prasad do to get out of this? Answer D. He tried to catch the end of the string, but suddenly the whole glider tilted over on its side. He fell off his seat and just managed to catch onto it with one hand. So, how did he manage? He tried to catch the end of the string, but suddenly, with Uncle Prasad's weight, it tilted over onto one side, and finally he fell off his seat and just managed to catch on it with one hand. This is how he anyhow managed for time being. So here our question answer gets over. Now let's move on to the exercises. Okay, so these exercises also, children, you have to note down in your copy, that is your English 2 copy. So first you can note down these in your book, English 2 book, English literature book, and further you can note it down in your copy after writing the question. Once you complete the question answers, afterwards you can write this working word, both the exercises, in your copy. So for time being you can just note it down in your book. Fill in the blanks in the following. You will find all the words in the story. A. A strong gust of wind caught hold of it. So we have to find out the words. It is already given in the story. Okay. So first question number A. A strong gust of wind caught hold of it. B. Uncle Prasad was a good pilot. C. Uncle Prasad shrieked aloud. D. The plane had been hurled over the rock. E. The plane sailed up into the air. F. Ravi raised his right hand. G. Uncle Prasad pushed a loop of string. H. The whole plane tilted over on its side. Now, question number 2. Where are these? Some may have two correct answers. Now, we have to write down what are this or. Okay, so question number A. A thing for keeping us warm at night. So, it can be either blanket or fire. You have to write both, as it is mentioned that some questions may have two correct answers. So, we can write blanket and fire because both gives us warm. So B, a thing for putting sugar in tea. What we use it is teaspoon. C, a thing for cutting with. It can be either knife, axe or scissors. You can write any two. I have given three. You can write any two. Question number D, a thing for looking at ourselves in mirror. Okay, sorry. The question is a thing for looking at ourselves in. So it can be either mirror or a clear lake. Whenever you just peep over that clear lake, you can see your own image, isn't it? So we have to write both mirror and second is clear lake. Now, a thing for wearing on our heads, hat or cap. F. A thing for eating off. On which do you eat? Plate. Okay. So here we have finished this lesson, children. and we have finished our English literature syllabus also. So please do complete all your works and submit it as soon as possible. Thank you.